If you're a Diamondback, you never know what's in the cards when you show up at Chase Field. Manager Kirk Gibson, he will shuffle his lineup. Maybe you're in, maybe you're out. But he's always playing to win. Last night, it was a pair of jacks. And an 8 as well that led to Arizona's crazy 8th straight win. Behind tonight's wild card, Josh Colmenter. The Diamondbacks seek another series sweep. So, take a seat at the table and let's see who has the best hand. The Rockies and the Diamondbacks. Next. Boy, glad to be talking about pennant race baseball. On and on it goes for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Coming inside, cooling off, downtown Phoenix, Arizona, Chase Field, the Diamondbacks on Fox Sports Arizona. This wraps up game 3 of a 3-game set with the Colorado Rockies, and of course, going for yet another sweep and hoping to do so against these Rockies and keep the Giants at bay. Because earlier today, Madison Bumgarner, Jeff Keppinger, they combined to help the San Francisco Giants shut out the Chicago Cubs. So, trying to move it back to 6 games on top of the San Francisco Giants. Hi, folks, and welcome back to the ballpark. This is Mark Grace. My name is Darren Sutton. We trust at this point in the week, about midweek, that it's been a very good one for you. It's been a very good journey for Josh Colmenter to the major leagues. And spring training, a lot of casual fans didn't even know who he was. Now, he's starting to join those Rookie of the Year candidates and kind of nudge into that group, especially stacking up dependable innings.
Absolutely, especially in a pennant race. This is a guy that was pitching in AAA when the season started. Now he finds himself right in the middle of a pennant race. You see, that's some big-time company he's with. Vance Worley, in my opinion, right now would be the victor in this race as far as Rookie of the Year is concerned. Josh Colmenter's got 4, maybe 5 starts left. He can certainly make a name for himself starting tonight. But I'm starting to think, Darren, that it's just not the unique delivery anymore. It's some pretty good stuff, and when it's located right, he can dominate.
Well, and here's what I like about what you're saying. It is not about the flukiness and, the second time through you better look out. Those 4 starts were in the heat of a pennant race. 2 of them were back east against the likes of the Philadelphia Phillies and the Atlanta Braves. So Colmenter has been some kind of special. Now, on the other side, let's talk about the outfield. Not Young, not Upton, but the other outfielder, Gerardo Parra.
Okay.
Defensively, offensively, he has earned the right to be out there just about every day.
Yeah, he sure has. This is a couple of 4-hit games this year. Last night, another one. He got the biggest hit of the ball game, if you ask me. It was a 2-run triple to give the Diamondbacks the lead after Colorado had scored first. He didn't quit there. He just kept on hitting. And he's also shown this year that he is worthy of Gold Glove consideration. Don't know if he's going to get it. Don't know if he's played enough innings out there, but he's certainly showing people that he's deserving of it.
There are many that say that amongst the trio, he is the most deserving of the Diamondbacks outfielders. We'll see how it plays out. We roll on here at Chase Field. The Diamondbacks trying to continue to win, make it 9 consecutive victories. They're doing it with their defense. Brad's got an interesting take on how the glove has helped the Diamondbacks. Stand by. We'll bring Brad on.
streak to 9 straight and counting. You know, during this remarkable run, the pitching has been outstanding. The starting staff, the bullpen, excellent. Also, the offense is really starting to click into gear. You want to talk about a big part of this run, you talk about defense, and that's our text poll tonight, our Kia text poll presented by your local Valley Kia dealers. How about John McDonald? Picked up in the trade. Great play. Saves a couple of runs right there. Ryan Roberts at third. Bare hands it. Fires over. Look at Goldie digging on the play. The other night, Chris Young robbing Dexter Fowler dead on sprint to center field. And then last night, Justin Upton had a big shot off the center field wall, and then he makes that play as well. So here's what we want you to do. Votes tonight, A, B, C, or D to 36929. By the way, by texting to vote, you consent to receive a message from Kia Motors America. A is McDonald, B is Robert, C is Young, and D is Upton. We'll have the results later in the broadcast. The D-backs, they are on a roll, hoping to make it 12 straight here at Chase Field. 8 is not enough. We need 9 and more. Darren and Mark have the call on Fox Sports Arizona after we take a quick timeout.
Diamondbacks wearing their red jerseys, Rockies wearing their purple tonight as the visitor. Skipper Jim Tracy looking towards next year at this point. Let's take a look at his starting lineup. He's playing his guys outside of Troy Tulowitzki, who gets the night off. Eliezer Alfonso gets Chris Iannetta the evening off as well. The regulars at the top of the order. 25-year-old right-hander. We spoke of him coming on the air from Homer, Michigan. Joshua Michael Colementer, Diamondbacks' 15th round pick, as he fires a fastball right down the middle. We're underway at Chase Field. Brad and Mark and I, glad that you've joined us, and thank you for inviting us into your home this evening. 20th start of the season. Hot shot down the line, ready for it. He is on the move. Play it right or he'll think about 3. Speedy and Fowler, who homered for the first time this year last night. Mr. Extra Base hit without the homers. That's 26 doubles.
Well, that's a rough start to Josh Colementer's evening, certainly. Fastball in. Fowler just pulls his hands in nicely and rips it by Goldschmidt at first base. And right out of the gate here come the Colorado Rockies.
So Josh gets ready to go. The outfield shades to the right side for Mark Ellis. And they're cheating in, maybe, just maybe, looking for him to drop something down here. Squares to bunt, pushes it toward third. Boy, what a thing of beauty. Looking to strike first, these Colorado Rockies. Nothing wrong with that. Ellis in front of Gonzalez drops down a sacrifice bunt.
Playing for one run is Jim Tracy and his Colorado Rockies. And we saw it last night as well. The Rockies took the early lead. Diamondbacks came storming back. There's Jimmy, finally made it out. Yeah, got a runner on third and one out. This ain't bad.
Here's Carlos Gonzalez. 370 on base, 534 slugging percentage, a year in which he has again been incredible. Raised that batting average up to 300. High pop up left field.
Play at the plate.
Good arm, good speed. Parra to the plate with a hop and the tag. Out at the plate.
Perfect positioning. Now the rocket, the one hop. It's up the line of shade. A nice play by Montero, and he just got the sleeve, it looked like, of Dexter Fowler before the hand touched the plate. Let's watch here. He got to get it over there quickly. Miguel, did he get it? Yes, he did. I think that is a good call there by Tony Randazzo at home plate. Is the tag there? It looks like that's where contact is made, and the hand is still not on. I think he got that one right, folks. Another great play by Gerardo Parra and Miguel Montero on the receiving end.
That's our Chaz Roberts air conditioning cool play. Willie Bloomquist to lead it off. Esmil Rogers goes to work, and we move into the bottom half of the first inning. 0-1 the count on Willie. We'll give you the entire Diamondback starting nine here in a bit. Rogers, 26-year-old right-hander out of the Dominican Republic. Willie the other way off the glove of Helton. He might be thinking too. He stops. You better get back. And a nice job sneaking in by the pitcher. Someplace to be.
Well, there wasn't any might be about it. He was definitely thinking too. But I think he thought better of it and wisely stayed at first base. The one thing about Willie Bloomquist, he's always thinking extra bases, Darren, as you said. And it gets over the top of Todd Helton. 6 years ago, Todd Helton probably makes that play, but Father Time's catching up with him. Willie Bloomquist scampers back.
This ball game's got some energy already, folks, doesn't it? We're glad you tuned in.
Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson made a movie about that subject in Todd Helton.
Ryan Roberts digs in. He takes a pitch inside. 1-0 the count to Ryan. Esmil, as we mentioned, making his 10th start of the year. 6-3 in ERA, just a tick under 6. He has pitched better than that, certainly. His last time out, the Dodgers got him good. They've got him good twice in a row. And his ERA pretty high over his last couple of outings. He will try to settle down against Arizona. Roberts looking to hit a long ball, drives it into left center field. Easy chance for the center fielder. Drop that back shoulder underneath it just a bit. Let's take a look at the entire Kirk Gibson penciled in starting lineup. Southwest Airlines, southwest.com/Yahtzee for your chance to win rapid reward points. Upton, Montero, Paul Goldschmidt gets to start today. It's Chris Young back in center field. Good night last night. And then it is Aaron Hill, Gerardo Parra, and Josh Coleman. Kirk Gibson arrives to the ballpark about noon. He starts thinking about the lineup then. Coaches will stop by with suggestions. Not too long after will he have an idea of what he wants to do, and he'll scribble something down in a temporary manner. You've seen the permanent lineup now. He said his bench coach, as Upton digs in, Alan Trammell will swing by. Late lunch, let's say. Got anything written down yet, Skip? No, not yet. I got an idea. They'll talk about that idea. Upton takes a fastball that is in. 1-0 the count.
This kid's got a good arm, doesn't he? Esmil Rogers.
It's easy, too.
Yeah, it's free and easy, like you said. Just a whip-like action. He's not a drop and drive guy. He's a recoiler.
Upton moving into a career tie for his best seasons with regard to long balls with his 26th home run yesterday. That's a nice slider. And this one nearly got off the scoreboard out there. One and one the count on Justin. Upton has started to see what he may see a lot going forward. During the Arizona Diamondbacks 8-game winning streak, Justin has just 6 hits. Okay, that's 250. That's not so bad. But he also has been walked 6 times. So he is understanding, and he went a streak of about 3 weeks where he walked once.
Very strange.
During this streak, though, his on base plenty high. I mean, his on base is 440 during this winning streak. That's part of developing, as I would guess, a really good number 3 hitter. Realize when they're just not going to pitch to you. Willie's got those 14 stolen bases on the season. Been caught a lot, though. He's been caught 9 times. What do you want to be at? 75, 80%?
You need to be closer to 80. Even higher than that. Then it all becomes counterproductive after a while.
Oh my goodness.
Again.
Drilled again.
Well, Darren, you know, we've heard Kirk Gibson. Let's see, it looks like Gibson's not real happy right now. And what that's going to do, it's going to get somebody for Colorado hit before this game's over. It's going to get somebody for Colorado hit. And, you know, Justin, there it is again. Yeah, there's Gibby. He's looking over at Jim Tracy like, what the heck's going on? And, yeah, Gibby's also been talking about how Justin's got to keep his head, not go out. You know, if he goes out, he's going to get suspended.
Kirk Gibson talked about this very subject at length yesterday, as you mentioned.
And I think kind of wrongly, I think all of us have been asking Justin and asking Kirk Gibson about, well, if you keep getting hit, what are you going to do? I think that's an unfair question to ask the young man and to ask his manager, because I know what he'd have done. Because back then you didn't get suspended for 5 games if you went out and whooped somebody's fanny that hit you, that keeps on hitting you. This day and age, you do. Mm-hmm. So it's a lot for Justin to keep his cool. And I think also the more you bring it up, the more other teams want to hit you. Oh, really? You're thinking of coming out? Okay, here it is then.
Miguel Montero picking up for his teammate Justin Upton. Out of here.
That's how you get even right there. Second game in a row, Miguel Montero has hit a 3-run homer, a changeup right down Broadway, and he lines it out of here into about the second row. It didn't take long for this game to become 3-0. Yeah, thank you very much, Miguel Montero.
Upton got into the dugout, and you could hear it, and then you saw him after. Throw it over the plate, basically, is what he said.
He's tired of it, but that's the only way to get even. Justin cannot go out and fight. He can't. He can't do it. He's way too valuable to this ball club. You can't lose him for 5 games.
And that's what Gibson went on to say yesterday. He said, I know what I would have done. And we're in a position where I support him no matter what. As Goldschmidt drops his back shoulder, pops that one a mile high. That is about 5 rows back. He said, but we have to consider things in these situations.
Absolutely.
And he said, he went on to say, I give him a lot of credit.
And it's a much, from his day and my day to today, it's a much kinder, gentler game than it used to be. Got the spit going tonight, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm. Well, I'd imagine he's got a little angst. Whether we agree with it or not, it doesn't matter. He's a skipper. Just listening to him talk yesterday, I think he just doesn't. He said yesterday, the one thing Gibson said yesterday, I just don't want my guys to get hurt. I know pitching inside is part of the game. Oh, a high drive to left field.
Boy, he just missed that one, didn't he? Just missed it.
Here's Kirk Gibson yesterday, just kind of speaking in general about Justin getting hit square in the back a couple of days ago.
He's been tough. He really has been tough. I tell you what, you guys have seen. I mean, he's gotten drilled hard. I understand you have to throw him in. There's certain guys that, but it's kind of ironic how far in there are. He actually does the right thing by turning away. That's you've got to protect your front side. So, I mean, he's probably not shouldn't say much more. We'll have some private discussions about things.
And that was my point. I think it needs to be taken care of privately, because if Gibby comes out and says, we'll take care of things, now the commissioner can suspend Gibby by saying, okay, well, you retaliated. You said you were going to retaliate. And, he puts himself in fine and suspension's way by even addressing it. And I think him and Justin, I think the wise thing to do is, if you're going to continue to get questions about it, just don't answer it. There's nothing wrong with saying no comment. And like I said, it's I guess I said wrongly, or it's not wrong to ask about it, but I think sometimes things are better left unsaid.
High fly ball toward the gap in left center field. Long run, fabulous play by Dexter Fowler. This has been anything but a boring game, and we've only played 1 inning. Upton hits square, does not react, lets his team pick up for him. Now he reacts. That's how you get even. Justin Upton back out in right field. Came around to score Miguel Montero's home run after he was hit by a pitch, Mr. Upton. And so Kevin Kuzminoff to lead it off. The first pitch is away, 1-0 the count to Kevin. 6 games with the Rockies. He has been pretty comfortable, 8 of 24 in a Rockies uniform. He's had a really nice series. 1-1 the count. You had a man getting thrown out at the plate, Gerardo Parra. You had the Rockies threatening. Curveball bounces it in there. 2-1 the count. That was about the most action-packed first inning we've seen in quite some time. With all sorts of baseball plays, not just a pitcher giving it up and getting knocked around, but great defense, a little bit of high drama early on, and a long ovation. Changeup that fluttered in there. 2-2 the count. I mean, Fowler, he got going. He tried to tag. Fastest Rocky was thrown out by the man with the best arm in the outfield for the Diamondbacks. The 2-2. Fastball, strike 3 over the inside corner. Let's take a look defensively. It's brought to you by Lexus. The trio in the outfield, they cover a ton of ground. On the infield, Roberts, Bloomquist, Hill, Goldschmidt behind the plate. You already know him by now, Miguel Montero. Fouls that one back and into the seats it goes. 0-1 the count on Todd Helton. Yeah, he set him up perfectly. He made a pitch to Kuzminoff. Todd with an on base of .393 again this year. He has lived there his whole career. That's 2 curveballs he's thrown in the ball game already. And folks know I get excited about that pitch.
So far, he hadn't been able to get them to the plate yet. They've all bounced.
Change up, high. 2-1 the count.
Hello. Looked like a pretty good pitch.
.316 career Helton against these Arizona Diamondbacks.
Good fastball there right to the outside corner. And that one beat Todd Helton.
It's funny, you think about familiar foes, and that graphic illustrates what I was about to say there. Not the numbers. You know you've been in one division on one team for a long time. This is his 213th career game against Arizona. Helton to left field. Parra over, under, and out as he puts it away. Here is Seth Smith. 15 home runs, 55 batted in. Smith for the last couple of years. Heck, we've followed him as folks that cover the Diamondbacks, seen him come off the bench, share time. This year, it's been his year. He belts it to right field. Upton is over to play it. Into the corner it goes, dying, and Upton just shoots it right back in over the head of the cutoff man into second base. So Seth Smith with a double. It's 28 doubles this year.
First pitch fastball, middle of the plate, belt high. Smith drills it. This guy can hit. I've always liked Seth Smith. I like what he brings to the table. Got some power, got some athleticism, was a quarterback at Ole Miss. Behind Eli Manning, is that correct?
That's exactly right. It's that fun twist where you have one that was behind Peyton Manning at Tennessee and Todd Helton, and then this young man.
I guess it's not a shame to have to hold the clipboard behind Archie Manning's sons.
Nothing wrong with being asked to play any sport in the Southeastern Conference. Hey, you're paying for my school. I get to get my education and play some football and baseball. Where do I sign up?
That's kind of fun.
Veteran Eliezer Alfonso, one-time Giant, one-time San Diego Padre, Seattle as well. A long ball with 8 batted in this year. 22nd game Alfonso has played in. And in a part-time role, he's had a nice role. He's got a 7-game hitting streak going. That was a Ruthian cut, 1-2 the count. Eliezer trying to rip that jersey open with the swing. I think hitters at times think they see Colementor better than they actually do.
I think you're right. I think the ball just gets on them a little quicker than they're used to.
Went down and got that one. Here comes Eduardo Parra. He'll play it on the hop. Here we go again. The throw to the plate. And up the line a bit. Out at second base. The run certainly scores. 3-1 is the score. Parra took a shot just to tick up the line. And a nice job by Montero to clean things up. At any Gila River casino, you can win up to $20,000 right away. Right now, get to Jack in the Box. Come try the new Jumbo Breakfast Platter. It's only $2.99 plus tax at participating restaurants. Southwest Airlines. New Rapid Rewards. Unlimited reward seats with no blackout days. The Rockies scratched a run back, and just a moment ago they did so. And so 3-1 is the score. With Aaron Hill, Eduardo Parra, and Josh Colementor ready to face Esmil Rogers. Swing and a miss. Good fastball dives down and away. 0-1 the count on Hill. Aaron 9 of 27 as a member of this organization. Shoots that one the other way. He has really been using the whole ballpark. Let me put it in a little bigger picture for you. He is now 8 of his last 13. That's what he's been doing.
And not a cheap one in the bunch either, folks. I mean, this is just a beautiful job of letting the ball travel and not trying to do too much, just swatting it the other way. And with some authority, too. I mean, that ball is driven to the right side. So the Diamondbacks looking to get that run back that was gotten by the Colorado Rockies in the top of the second. And the 8s are flying out there. I like that. I really like that.
The state of it is upon us as he digs into the box. 9th outfield assist this year. A few moments ago, Eduardo Parra in the first inning. Bouncing ball, could be 2. There's 1. There's 2. A double play. 1-6-3 on the double play. Rockies flex their muscles a bit defensively. Let's take a look at the entire defense as they work behind Rogers. Brought to you by David Robleski and Associates. We love their partnership. Smith and Fowler and Gonzalez. Kuzmanov, Herrera, not Tulowitzki. With Ellis and Helton at first. And his battery mate behind home plate. The man who just had the hit a few minutes ago, Eliezer Alfonso. Quick reminder that anytime the Diamondbacks score 6 runs or more, Taco Bell gives away 3 free tacos with a large drink purchase, and that's a good thing. And again, it's between 4 and 6 the following day. Uh-oh, Josh broke a piece of lumber.
Oh, there's just another one waiting on him.
Handles about okay. 5 of 29. 4 sacrifice bunts. Not fair to do to a pitcher.
That's really not. Looked like Rogers thought he had strike 3.
Cole Mentor into right. Had him defensed perfectly on the jog. That one is put away by Carlos Gonzalez. Sports program and earn points by buying participating items at Fry's. Also, Kia Motors. Learn more. Visit phxkia.com. Brad Steinke is standing by, and I think a really good idea the Diamondbacks have rolled out. What do you have, Brad?
Well, September is certainly shaping up to be a very special month for the Arizona Diamondbacks on the field and away from the field. Joined by President and CEO Derek Hall. You're teaming up with United Way of the Valley of the Sun for a very special, and it's a lot of hunger, believe it or not, in Phoenix. You guys are doing something about that.
Yeah, it's an issue that we have to try and tackle for sure. I mean, when you look at the numbers, they're staggering. In Maricopa County, 1 in 5 people are below the poverty line. In fact, when you look at children, 1 in 5 children don't know where their next meal's coming from. And the food shelters that are reporting those that are seeking help with food assistance, 48% of them are children. We have to do something.
And so during the month of September, anyone that shows up and buys a ticket, what happens?
We are going to donate $1 for every ticket sold Monday through Friday back to Valley of the Sun United Way for the single purpose of trying to fight hunger.
And the fact this team is doing so well and attendance is up during this month makes it very special. You guys did great last night with the ring raffle, raising some money for a very good cause, and also looking forward to Valley of the Sun United Way.
Well, they do such good work, and I'm actually chairman of the board for Valley of the Sun United Way for the next 2 years. And, for me, I really have an interest in trying to help those that are hungry right now, especially in this economy. And we can make an impact here at these games, and our fans can feel good about contributing as well.
It's interesting. I read some statistics where, a lot of people in this community have to make a decision on buying food or paying the rent. And when you break it down to that, you realize how bad this problem is.
That's exactly right. And then you look, Brad, as well at the kids that are going to school and those that are on the free meal program. That's the only meal they're really going to get. So when they leave school on Friday, they don't know how they're going to eat until they get back to school on Monday. So if we can make a difference, and we're going to with money that we raise here, we're going to be able to put food in kids' backpacks so that they can take it home over the weekend and they can eat. It's pretty sad that kids that go for an after-school program and get a snack, that's the only meal that they're going to get the rest of the evening.
Certainly a great program. This team is playing great right now, hoping for their 9th straight win. You know, it's going to be interesting. You had a little wager with Gibby. Kevin Towers involved as well. If this team wins 10 straight, what do you and KT have to do?
Oh, boy, one of the craziest things I've done, I'd encouraged Gibby when we were back in San Francisco to get on a bit of a streak, and he said, what are you going to do if we do? And I said, I'll tell you what. I said, if we win 10 straight games, I'll shave my head. And I said, KT, would you do the same? And Kevin Towers said, 10 games? Yeah, I'll do it too. So Gibby said, any point during the season? We said, any point. And here we are now, 8 going for 9. I have never wanted to shave my head so bad.
You're going to look good, I think. It's a perfect time to do it as well.
I look bad with hair. Imagine me without it.
Derek, thanks for your time. It's certainly a great initiative. All the month of September, any ticket sold here, money going to United Way, Valley of the Sun. Guys, back to you.
Brad, thank you. Very good cause. 1-2 the count on Esmil Rogers. And a ground out to short to start things by Herrera. 3-1 is the score. Rogers, he handles the bat very well. 6 of 19. You got to make your pitches. Beat him with a fastball up and away. Saw earlier a curveball. He threw it to the pitcher, so that's 3. And again, he missed into the dirt with it.
Well, you got to keep throwing until you get a feel for it.
Now, Miguel Montero said the same thing before the game. He said, I'm going to keep asking for it. Not too much.
It's one of those 5% pitches. He's going to throw his fastball and his changeup 95% of the time. It's that other 5% that you're going to have to, before his career's over, it's going to develop into a third pitch. It's by far the third pitch now, but he's going to need it. And in order to do it, you have to throw it, and you have to throw it with confidence.
0-1 the count on Dexter Fowler. Fowler's been in a lot of action so far in this ball game. Swing and a miss at a fastball. Boy, don't get caught looking for a Cole Mentor changeup.
Yeah, you'll get your doors blown off.
Straight and 87. You'll get your doors blown off. Let's be clear about that. The 0-2.
Just missed.
Nearly called strike at the bell. Pitches with that one finger out of the glove. Fastball, fly ball sends Justin back to the wall. Leaps. He almost had it, but it's out of here. Well, back-to-back homers with regard to back-to-back nights for Fowler. He hadn't hit a single homer all year long. He's hit 2 in as many days. We got a ball game, folks.
It's twice now. Both runs came after Josh Cole Mentor easily retires the first 2 batters of the inning. Last inning, a 2-out double and a 2-out single scored Seth Smith, and then after 2 quick outs, a solo shot off the bat of Dexter Fowler. Now it's a 3-2 ball game. So Josh Cole Mentor having trouble closing out the innings.
Angry fastball overthrew it, bounces into the dirt. Fowler can hit doubles and triples. Doesn't usually hit homers. He's got 13 triples. That's a silly number. Out front of a changeup, and it's a foul ball up the line. 1-1 the count. Todd Helton easing on by. Glad to have him in the home run club as well. The Todd father, you like to call him.
I do. He likes it when I call him that, too.
He's in one of those large, very large veteran visiting lockers here. He could probably park in it if he were to drive to the ballpark. Curveball up this time. 2-1 the count. He's yet to throw one for a strike, but he's thrown 4 or 5. You could see in that shot a moment ago, great shot. You may be indoors and it may be comfortable and not triple digits in here, but you can see the workload now and the stress level. That Sedona red getting darker in that hat. That's a great shot. This is going to be one of these he has to earn tonight. And he's earned them all, but he's really going to have to work through this one.
This is a good hitting ball club, these Colorado Rockies.
He started against them once with great results, another time with not so good. Rolled. Roberts plays it up at his belt. On across in time for the out. Well, the young man sitting by the veteran. How good to have you hitting home runs. The memory. The weigh-in is delivered by the UPS store. Came up with a fun nickname in 07 for Bob Melvin. It was the Mad Scientist.
Yes.
In 2011, Kirk Gibson is, well, join us on Facebook, Twitter, or FoxSportsArizona.com. How about your suggestion? You weigh in tonight. Brought to you and delivered by the UPS store. Breaking ball misses away to Willie Bloomquist. It's back to the top of the order where it's Bloomquist, Roberts, and Upton. In one that will not be handed to the Diamondbacks tonight. They will have to work, scratch, and claw. That's the case for winning streaks. Each time you add another game and it stacks a little higher, it's that much harder.
Absolutely it is. San Francisco is already taking care of their business this afternoon over the Chicago Cubs, 4-0. So everybody on that ball club, and including us, everybody here, even the orange guy, they've all seen that score up on that scoreboard.
Right back through the middle of the diamond, and there to make the play. In time for the out is Ellis. 4-3 ground out if you're scoring with us. Key at text poll, we're looking back on some of the great plays over the last week and a half. This winning streak for the Diamondbacks. What about the Roberts play? You like that one?
I like that one.
That's the one you've been voting for. So far, so good. We'll show you some of the others throughout the evening if you don't recall them. We were talking to Justin about his play last night up against that padded wall in foul territory. He said, I got to the point where I was comfortable with where I was and I realized I could jump. He said, but it gets, there's no jumping, no running if you don't really get there and realize where you are. 1-0 the count to Roberts. Good pitch, but it's wide. 2-0. Now this is Roberts in a nutshell. These Diamondbacks as well. In August, Ryan has 24 hits. He's got 16 walks too.
Oh dear. Low strike. There's the team leader right there in walks.
The 3-1 to Ryan. There's something in that right arm, boy. 95 miles an hour.
There's a lot of lightning in that right arm of Mr. Esmil Rogers.
He pitched against the Diamondbacks in a start last year in this ballpark. He went 6 1/3, gave up 1 run. Received a no decision. His team lost the game, but he pitched well. Look out. That one sails in. Roberts is on with yet another walk.
The Diamondbacks are in a fight for first. I'm going to start this all over. The Diamondbacks are in a fight for first in the NL West and maybe headed towards postseason play. Maybe. If you're not already a D-back season ticket holder, you need to get yourself registered today for the postseason ticket purchase lottery at dbacks.com/postseason. That's online only. dbacks.com/postseason for the opportunity to buy 2011 Diamondbacks postseason tickets.
Justin Upton digs in. A lot of folks taking advantage of those $5 upper deck seats as that one is in on the hands of Upton.
Oh, that one ate him right up, running it right back in there. So that's the courage of this youngster. After he hits Justin Upton, he goes right back in there again. I mean, I like that.
I love the signs. When folks bring signs, express themselves at the ballpark. Wouldn't mind if there were more of them.
I'd like to see more of them.
0-1 the count to Upton. Now this is where, if you're a close fan of this team, rewind back a year or two. Don't you think, I'm asking you viewers at home, don't you think that the swings and approaches of Upton the rest of this game would have been overly aggressive trying to hurt the pitcher?
Absolutely. And it still might now. He's still angry.
But I think he's getting closer to, just watching him every day, as we have the good fortune of doing, channeling that more and more. How to use that for his advantage. I mean, that was a man that got hit more than anybody for the longest time. American League record holder, Don Baylor. There was an edge to him when he stood up on that plate.
Oh, man, what a menacing scowl he would give as he stood tall. There wasn't any bend in his knees when he was swinging it.
The 1-1. Breaking ball takes outside. 2-1 the count. He did come around to score when he was hit. And the Miguel Montero homer right behind him. Now here's the thing about Upton. He has owned the Rockies this year. He's got 21 hits against Colorado, hitting over 400. So you can understand trying to come in. Swing and a miss.
Beautiful breaking ball there. Way out in front, and over the top of that one was Justin.
Those 21 hits are in 14 games, as we mentioned, and a bunch of RBIs. I don't blame him for coming in. Just getting hit too much. If I'm wearing purple in that dugout, I'm talking a lot about not allowing this all-star right fielder to get comfortable in the box. The 2-2 to right field, pretty well struck. Going back, Carlos Gonzalez. He is there to play it for the second out. Upton gave it a ride. Carlos played that, looked like a step onto the track. Miguel, too, has done big things against these Colorado Rockies. That home run he hit was his 5th against Colorado pitching this year.
So over a third of his home runs this year have come against the Rockies.
Nicked his leg, fouling that one off. Here's the long ball.
Just a nice, easy swing. You see Miguel swinging hard a lot of times. Last couple of home runs have just been nice, smooth swings, and that thing still goes 5-6 rows up.
That homer gave Miguel a 6-game hitting streak. Manager before the game called this man a veteran. He used the word veteran when describing him.
I think we've said that about lots of these guys. Justin Upton just turned 24. I think he's a veteran. They're young, but Miguel's in his late 20s now. He's been around. This is his 5th year in the major leagues. He's a veteran. When you're back there putting down fingers, trying to get these pitchers through their games, dealing with opposing hitters, having to hit yourself, having to worry about opposing base runners, that's a lot of baseball to deal with. That's a veteran.
Montero pretty well struck toward the gap in left center field. Going back is Fowler onto the track again. And that one is put away. Miguel seeing the baseball well tonight. Series 2001, the youngest franchise to make it, of course, against the Yankees. Schilling, Musina, Bertie Williams, double in the first score. Jeter, Counsell answered back with a homer. Luis Gonzalez, a 2-run homer. Williams, Miller, an RBI double as well. The bottom of the 4th, Finley with an RBI single. And then the Diamondbacks, they had a tough roll home and then obviously put it all together. 7 innings pitched, 8 strikeouts, and they fought their way right through. Never faced more than 4 batters in an inning. AT&T trivia question: who sang the national anthem before Game 1 of the World Series? Well, the answer in the next half inning. Carlos Gonzalez digs in.
I know that one.
1-0 the count. Three to 2 is the score. Gonzalez flied to left field back in the first inning.
Montero and Tony Randazzo. Maybe some dirt in Miguel's eyes, something like that. I guess he's okay.
He fouled that ball off his leg, but he's not favoring that at all. Whether he got a little lightheaded or something, just needed to stand up and catch his breath. One and one the count after missing in with a fastball. Coleman on July 23rd beat the Rockies. 7 innings, 3 runs. Inside, 2-1 the count. It was a 12-3 victory. Back in May in Denver, he gave up 5 runs in 4 1/3, and it was a 12-4 loss. So he's seen both sides of the spectrum. Change of pace, 2-2.
Fastball in, change up, strike. Fastball in, change up, strike. You see pitches 1 and 3, then you see pitches 2 and 4. Those are both the change ups.
To right field, Upton chasing. He'll play it off the wall as cleanly as he can, fires it back in. The head first slide, it's a double. So Carlos Gonzalez.
Whoa, was that ball whistled? Goodness gracious, does he hit the ball hard. Another change up. This one stays up, and he just kills it. I mean, on a line, short hop. Then he shows some speed up and with a big-time throw.
"25 doubles this season. Let's go along with 3 triples and, of course, 24 home runs. That's great speed to make it that close. 43 pitches for Cole Mentor. And the pitch is at the knees. Well, that's called a ball. 1-0 the count. He has an answer when he's right for both righties and lefties, and the opposing numbers show it. Righties hit .225, lefties just a little bit above that against Cole Mentor. They're on base and their slugging percentage just about dead equal. But that time, the answer, the changeup, was up. Beat him with a fastball. Upton's got a long way to go, so Goldschmidt will help him. Paul with a nice play. Right back into the cutoff. And Paul Goldschmidt.
Play.
Wow, Gracie. You've been in that spot. That's a long way to go.
It's a long way to go, and then you just have to understand your opponent. You know that there is speed on second base, and he is at least thinking about tagging up and going because you've got your back turned. Make the play. Get it in as quick as possible. Hit the cutoff man. But now Gonzalez says, he got it in too quickly. He hits the cutoff man. Perfectly done there by Paul Goldschmidt.
It has been plus defense ever since he has arrived, and that was the biggest question mark about it. No one was questioning his power. Here's Todd Helton. Pitch bounces in there. Helton had a 2-bagger last night, continues to add to that resume, Hall of Fame resume, 554 career doubles, 23rd in the history of the game. He had a good night last night. He was 3 for 4, double RBI. He's got a runner in scoring position. Change up. Be careful up there. 2-0 the count. Well, Miguel Montero, once upon a time, was the catcher that was learning and listening to Livan Hernandez. Didn't really have a teammate with any experience to help him. Chris Snyder didn't have any more experience, really. Now he's kind of turned that corner, as we were talking about earlier. He knows what he wants to do. Glenn Sherlock was mentioning that before the game today. Emery Blanco's been so good for Miguel. Bullpen coach Glenn Sherlock, who is kind of the catching coach. He's very proud of the work he puts in. They were throwing yesterday. Talked for about 20 minutes today.
They work a lot. And Miguel understands if I'm going to get to where I want to be as a frontline catcher and a perennial all-star, which for the first time he was an all-star this year, I've got to improve my defense, and he certainly has. My goodness, has he ever. Gone from a below-average defensive catcher to a very above-average defensive catcher this year. Three
3-1 the count. Sherlock was saying Montero has a lot to say in meetings, obviously respecting the scouting reports that they go over, but Miguel weighs in on just about everyone when they go over the opposing hitters. 3-1. Change up, ground ball, diving play! Aaron Hill, the throw! Goldschmidt stayed on the bag, and Aaron just saved a run.
Whoa, what a sparkler. Talking about great defensive plays. Which one do you pick? This might be the one I picked. That ball was smashed. Then Goldschmidt on the other end doing a nice job of the toe dance over there and getting the out. What a super play by Aaron Hill. Man. D-bac's been flashing some leather lately.
One of the reasons he was brought in was to do that. The hitting is certainly, they hoped he could find what he had a few years ago offensively. But they felt like it wasn't a large upgrade, but they made a bit of an upgrade over Kelly Johnson. Kelly had worked himself into a fine second baseman, blue collar though. He had basically just worked and worked and worked. And then you add John McDonald to the package as well from Toronto. Changeup is outside. Seth is only 2 of his last 29 with runners in scoring position.
Golly. That's awful.
That's a lot of ducks still floating in the pond.
Holy Moses. Go ahead and wait one more.
One more day. Changeup on 2-0.
Changeup. That one just froze Seth Smith.
If you missed it earlier today, the San Francisco Giants were victorious at home, 4-0 over the Chicago Cubs. They beat old Diamondback Rodrigo Lopez. Madison Bumgarner was good. 2-2 the count. The combination of Madison Bumgarner with 8 shutout innings and 11 strikeouts, and Sergio Romo was good enough. Jeff Keppinger and Pablo Sandoval each homered for San Francisco. 3-game set Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Diamondbacks and Giants.
2-2
from San
now.
Francisco.
What are you throwing here, Darren Sutton? You throwing the changeup or the fastball?
I like a changeup here.
Do you? I kind of like the fastball in. Let's see what he goes with.
The 2-2. Changeup, he was out front of it. You still got that option to throw it again.
Sure.
Double up on it. Want to say hello to all the Giants fans watching tonight.
You think they're watching?
There's no doubt in my mind. We're honored to have you with.
Miguel wants a high fastball.
Well, he hit his spot.
He threw it right where Miguel wanted it. But Seth Smith was able to spoil it.
2-2 the count. It's a high fastball. Don't want to go to 3-2.
I like how we're peeking in, getting on the same page with Miguel Montero. Okay. We just threw the high fastball. Well, let's throw the inside fastball here.
A little decoy there. 2-2.
Just
nice. Hit his spot.
Good try. It was inside.
Ooh, what a
good try.
Though.
Just a bit inside. Couple of fastballs. That might just set up the changeup, and that's exactly what Miguel wants. I want it down. We got a base open with a right-hander on deck. I want it down. I need the swing and miss.
3-2. Changeup grounded out to Hill.
Some big-time pitching right there. Some big-time catching as well.
He makes the play as well.
Some big-time catching as well right there. That's good stuff. That's good stuff there, too. Aaron Hill saving runs.
Glad to have you back at the ballpark as we roll on here at Chase Field. Paul Goldschmidt to lead it off. Our AT&T trivia question. Game 1, Jewel. Jewel sang the national anthem.
She was big league.
Pitches up and in, 1-0 the count. She's a good singer. 5 hits for the Rockies, 3 for the Diamondbacks.
Back-to-back breaking balls, miss from Rogers here in the bottom of the 4th. Diamondbacks got out of the gate with a fury. 3 runs, but then not much since then. Looking to get back on the board and extend this lead. Colorado's gotten themselves right back in it with solo runs in the 2nd and 3rd off Josh Coleman. Coleman pitched out of a jam last inning just to keep this from being a tie game.
Out front of a sinking fastball. Rolls it to the right side. Chris Young now. Fly to center field back in the 1st inning. Dives down and sinks inside. Boy, great response tonight to the $5 tickets for the upper deck. Kudos to you folks. Why not take advantage of a bargain? A big league seat for $5. A little bit under 4,000 people responded for today's ball game. The highest night by far tonight. Folks have been hearing about it on TV the last couple of days, and you took advantage of it. And good for you guys. And hey, these players like a little extra noise. Fair?
I agree. They deserve a little extra noise.
Happy anniversary, by the way, to those folks. Is it 36 years?
I believe so.
Happy 36th anniversary. Congratulations. The 2-1.
That's a little too much math for me. I appreciate that.
It took me a while to, I was
good looking out on your part.
Rambling through it in my head. 3-1 the count.
Go ahead and come unglued if you get a fastball for a strike here, Chris Young.
Did he miss it?
Oh, yeah. He just whiffed it.
Wow.
He whiffed it, and so did Alfonso. A free base runner here on that 3-2 breaking ball.
How about that? Sounded like a foul tip, but what we were hearing was the catcher's mitt.
Well, the catcher will let you know whether it was a foul tip or not. Watch. Oh, boy. He knows for a fact that was not a foul tip. If it's a foul tip, he'll just reach back for the umpire to hand him a baseball to throw it back. He went to chase it. So you know right there was no way that was a foul tip. That'll go as a pass ball, and the Diamondbacks get a break.
You love it when a runner reaches, even though he has struck out. Here's Aaron Hill. Fastball right up under those hands, but on the inside corner. Hill singled back in the 2nd inning. Aaron has 8 hits in his last 13 at bats. Tomorrow, September 1st. One of the best months of his career has been September. And here's hoping he can keep that up in a pennant race. Diving play. Kuzma off balance throw. Somehow he got Chris Young. An incredible play by Kevin Kuzmanoff. Don't get much better than that.
And to get the speedy Chris Young diving a long ways to his right and then having the wherewithal, a strike, and he gets Chris Young. A good call there by Brian Gorman at second base. I thought he'd try to go across the diamond instead. He gets Chris Young at second, just ahead of the slide. Terrific play by Kuzmanoff.
Two outs, Gerardo Parra. Bottom half of inning number 4. 0-1 the count. Grounded into a double play right back to the mound. That was back in the 2nd inning. Been on a bunch. He has just been a pest to these Rockies this year. He's got 13 hits and 10 walks in 12 games against Colorado. Line drive, pretty piece of hitting. See how far it rolls. The throw will go to the cutoff man. It's a double. Boy, rewarded for going the other way.
Only a terrific play by Dexter Fowler in center field, cutting this ball off. This ball is smoked over the head of Herrera. And then Dexter Fowler does a great job of scampering over quickly and cutting it off. If this ball goes much further, Aaron Hill, who can fly, would have scored easily. So a nice play there. So now Josh Coleman with a chance to help himself. But a big play. Remember that play by Fowler.
Right there. 0-1 the count, Josh. He's got great speed. He's a guy that came and is still kind of learning on the job, maybe a late bloomer, if you will, but I think there's still much brighter days even for him. Right off the plate, got a piece of his arm on the bounce back. 0-2 the count. Matt Williams keeping an eye on both Hill and Parra. Boy, Parra playing with a lot of confidence this season. Looked like it was right there, and it is. That's strike 3. They clear the pitcher. Cole Mentor couldn't help himself out, though. Yeah, that smile. There's a lot of swagger with that man this year. Earlier to weigh in, brought to you by and delivered by the UPS store. Bob Melvin, the mad scientist. Kirk Gibson is, and you folks have been weighing in, the Iron Chef. And big fans, certainly big fans. The Iron Chef, he's cooking up a winning year. The Magician, everything he does is magically. He reaches into his hat and pulls out a magic lineup card. Now, it's funny, Kirk Gibson would tell you, if it were just that easy. If it were just that easy. Looked like Don Doty was that gentleman's name there. He starts at about lunchtime. He works the second shift, but midway through the first shift is when he starts working on that lineup and getting ready for the evening. Changeup is a strike. 0-1 the count to Eliezer Alfonso. Gibson does keep track. He has a chart that's pretty intricate. Never asked to see it. Don't know that I will, but it makes sense. Curveball.
There you go. Dandy. That's the one you've been looking for, Darren. That one for the called strike. Oh, man, drop it right in there. Beautifully done, Josh Coleminter.
0-2 the count. But Gibson keeps a chart pretty intricate with regard to innings played and off days, and this is kind of his world here. This wasn't handed to him by anybody else. He manages the rest time. That's why a lot of times we won't understand why a certain player is in. Gibson has a keen eye on players. And when they have a day off, when they need a day off, kind of keeps an eye on how many days a guy like Willie Bloomquist has played in a row. That's one of the charts that sits by his desk when he makes his lineup out at about lunchtime.
Factors in rest days.
1-2 the count. And Kirk Gibson was able to reel off today. If Miguel Montero played every game the rest of the year, exactly how many games he would play. Off the top of his head, no one asked him. He brought it up.
Sure. There's a method to his madness. At Kirk Gibson.
That about sums it up, doesn't it?
I think you came up with the perfect nickname for him.
Curveball.
Really did. He broke it out for his swing and miss pitch there.
Remember when Miguel didn't give up on it earlier and kept calling for it?
That's why. Well, that one had some sharp snap to it there at the end. You can see Alfonso could not hold it up, couldn't check it up. He's a strikeout victim.
Top half of the fifth inning, 3-2. The Diamondbacks lead it. Fastball paints right over the outside, 0-1. Right back out there.
Do it.
Is there a boom? Because there's a bing bang so far. We will see. In on the hands. Ran a fastball in there. Away, and then in. Don't forget, if you love playing along with us, Gila River Casinos knows you do. Find out how you can learn to play Kachinko. Head on out to Chase Field. Go to the interactive kiosk, I should say. There is chaos around it.
Yeah.
Near section 111 during regular season home games. It's Kachinko. There's a winner every time. Gila River Casinos. Love them. Ismail Rogers, 6 of 20. Yikes. 0-1 the count.
Trying to slug a homer, wasn't he? He knows what he's doing with the bat in his hand, though. That wasn't very good.
1-1 the count. What's going on here? Trying to get the ball, stepping all over each other. Tony Randazzo.
Kidding me?
Miguel Montero. Just a moment ago. Everyone's all right. Shall we dance? The 1-1. Swing and a miss and a changeup.
Well, he's going to swing himself right onto the disabled list if he's not careful.
That old rib cage muscle that shows up. Fastball, high pop up, shallow left. Nice clean inning, just what the doctor ordered. of Colorado. Glad to have you with us. Our Nissan key to the game, fried okra. Fried okra, deep fried okra.
What? All right. No pun intended, but I'll bite. What's going on?
Well, the Giants, they've already played today. And you know when you're around baseball, you knew it as a player, you know it as a broadcaster. You have that rare night off, you enjoy dinner. Yeah, whether it's your family, your friends, or your loved ones.
But fried okra is not the San Francisco treat. That's rice-a-roni.
Magic number you can see there, the counting going on. And that one is right back through the box into center field. Willie Bloomquist with a single. Here's the thinking briefly. We won't hang on it too long. In San Francisco, a delectable dish in the South would, in a nice restaurant, be kind of irritating. I mean, if you ordered up some, California cuisine, if you will, you probably wouldn't like a big bowl of fried okra sitting there.
Well, no.
So
not with your sushi or anything like that.
The Giants are enjoying a nice California cuisine dinner. You know what you would enjoy? Maybe going over the North Beach, some good Italian or some great fresh fish.
Absolutely.
Here's Ryan Roberts. Well,
the fried okra is like a gumbo thing, down in New Orleans.
The Diamondbacks need to be a big bowl of fried okra. Just don't fit into their evening tonight. They're going to enjoy a nice dinner. And if you've got a big bowl of fried okra with your Italian food or your Northern California cuisine, just irritating. The Diamondbacks, fried okra tonight.
They need to be. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
You've earned the right to have a nice dinner. Hey, you played a game, you won. Arizona, they're keeping an eye on the game. iPhones, iPads.
So they've already they've ordered themselves a nice entree, and the Diamondbacks need to be the fried okra
They just
side.
flop right down.
That's terrible.
I thought you'd say so, but that's for you. You and I both.
Oh, that's for me. Okay,
you and I
thanks.
both have Southern roots, so I thought we'd throw that out there.
Man.
Roberts takes away.
Yeah, growing up with Southern grandparents and Southern parents, if it wasn't rolled in flour and deep fried, it didn't go on our kitchen table.
Mm-hmm.
Whole milk.
1-0 the count. Three to 2 is the score. Arizona on top. We've got another thought to follow up our key to the game. Runner on the move. Throw down. Willie swiped it in barely. Great effort there. Being made to pop that tag down by Ellis. But Willie just got in. That's 15.
Well, it was a short hop throw, so Hill's glove, watch it come up just enough for the arm to get in there. That is a really good call there by Brian Gorman. Watch now the club comes up, and he doesn't get it back on him until the hand gets in there.
So the count is 2-0. Nobody out. Popped back foul right behind home plate. Our Geico quote ties into our key to the game. Brian
Fried
Sabian.
okra?
Well, the Giants not being comfortable. If this stays ugly, we've got to turn the page, look at some other people, and get ready for next year and try to win and develop at the same time. The Giants general manager. They made some tough choices today.
Aaron Rowan, one of our favorite guys, and also Miguel Tejada, a very good man. They were sent packing.
High sky, back of short. This is how the Giants changed today.
Both guys just underproducing. And like any other walk of life, if you're not getting the job done, well, you're asked to move on and you're replaced. The two very good guys, and you hope good things for them either the rest of this year and next year.
Pat Burrell was called to the major leagues from his rehab assignment. Brett Hill, he had his contract purchased as well. An older gentleman in the minor leagues in his mid to late 20s, but has put up huge numbers, so they're giving him a shot. He loses the bat, he pops it up. Todd Helton is there, and he makes the play. Oh, he didn't lose it. That bat snapped on him. My apologies, folks. And he is retired. That snap bizarre.
Right, I wonder if that could have cut Justin's thumb. That's weird. Breaking ball stays in on him. Wow. Good Lord. What's going on?
No one betrayed him, certainly. I mean, that's not one that broke, you know. See, all the way down into the knob of the bat was broken off. Kind of a jagged edge, as you said.
Now Diamondbacks looking for a 2-out hit. Miguel Montero been delivering a lot of big hits. He's seeing the ball very well tonight. A 3-run home run, and then he took Dexter Fowler all the way to the middle of the track in left center field his last at bat.
Back to the screen it goes. A quick finish of the thought on Pill, who the Giants called up because the Diamondbacks may see him this weekend. He's 26 years old, young man from AAA who homered 25 times and drove in 107 this season.
Yeah, go ahead and call him up.
He's played some in left, but mainly at first and second, interestingly enough. Miguel hitting over 400 with runners in scoring position this month. 7 of his last 17. Quick study of the numbers. In his last 17 at bats with runners in scoring position, he's managed to produce 15 RBIs. Swing and a miss, and down goes Montero. Rogers is settling in very nicely. A little more pressure on Josh Colmenter now. Win coming tonight, folks. If you've ever seen this race, the Legends race, oh, he's stopping to found some beautiful ladies, maybe the team president. Eric Hall, disappointed in you again. Very. What is this you offered, by the way?
Darren and I are going to shave our heads if you just let me win one. And you were like, you weren't all in with that.
No, I'm sorry.
Oh, look at that buffoon.
I'd shave my head if I guaranteed a life of losing for your character.
No, it's
I don't think I have to do that, though.
Well, at least
Buffoon, you called him.
Well, at least I'm a good loser. You know that old adage, show me a good loser and I'll show you a loser.
Here's Dexter Fowler. Fastball bounces in there. Here in the 6th inning now, let's see. 72 pitches, so the pitch count just fine. He's just got to keep the opponent's run count where it is. Change up and a beauty. 1-1 the count. Suddenly Dexter's got the homer bug. Hadn't hit one all year long. It's almost September. He's hit one in each of the last 2 nights.
Beat him with that fastball there after a couple of change-ups. He jumps ahead 1-2.
Plenty manageable, as you can see. The pitch ground ball right back to the mound.
Beat him up with a fastball in that time, Darren. For the first time tonight, Mr. Fowler's retired.
CenturyLink high-speed internet, high-speed pitch for both of these gentlemen. Rogers 96, and Josh 89. Right now, the man who doesn't throw quite as hard is on top. Colementer's average fastball is 87, a little bit over 87 miles an hour. Average changeup is about 11 miles an hour slower in the mid-70s. Curveball in the 60s is what it averages. 69.
Beautiful fastball to the inside corner there. When you can't execute a fastball in any better than that, that is right in that bottom corner. Gorgeous.
When and we know he's gotten a lot of fame and acclaim when he first came to the big leagues for throwing the tomahawk or the hatchet at logs and at stumps of tree. And I'll tell you, when he throws that pitch, though, where he is able to get it at the knees, right-handed hitter, and it just doesn't vary at all. It almost looks, forgive me here, because we think about the hatchet throwing, but it almost looks like archery. I mean, it is so direct. A lot of pitchers have a lot going on. Maybe they're arm out, but he's so far over the top. It's just so direct. The 2-2. Change up. Boy, he can have hitters talking to themselves too.
The same delivery with the changeup or the fastball, and the deception with the arm angle. Gas that time. Got him looking changeup. Then just motored a fastball right by him.
88.
And watch how tardy that swing is on an 88-mile-an-hour fastball. That's just deception. Third strikeout of the evening there for Colemeter. Now it gets the sledding gets a little tougher here with Carlos Gonzalez and the rest of the middle of this tough Rocky order.
One and 0 the count. Pitching effectively in the starting role has been a key part of this winning streak for Arizona, as they've won 8 in a row. Just nicked him.
I think that was on purpose. Unfortunately, probably didn't hit him as hard as he wanted to. I guess if you're going to get payback, go ahead and get nicked. And I would imagine Kirk Gibson and Diamondbacks are like, that's not good enough. You keep hammering my right fielder. We need a little more than that. Kind of the right fielder for right fielder thing.
We've been anticipating it the entire time. We haven't talked about it a lot on the air, but with 2 outs, I'm sure Josh wanted to, or obviously reading his mind, so apologize. Wanted to take it a little further in if in fact that was with intent. Hot shot right there to make the play. Out there at third base, Mr. Roberts. 5.5. 3-2 is the score. To summarize, Carlos Gonzalez, first inning, thought he had himself an RBI. Says Gerardo Parra. That kind of started the beat a rolling in the first inning. Upped and drilled. Frustrated Miguel Montero right behind him. Montero unloads on a 3-run homer. 3-2 is the score as the Rockies have bounced and clawed back. They would eventually score single runs in the second and the third. We now play in the bottom half of inning number 6. 3-2 is our score. Thanks for joining us. Rolled out on a breaking ball. Paul Goldschmidt on a 6-3 ground. That is 0 for 3 in this contest. Still 7 over his last 20 at bats if you include tonight. More walks, too. A bunch of walks for Paul. Here's Chris Young. Young struck out and reached on the old drop third strike back in the 4th inning. He also flied to center. That is a strike called by Tony Randazzo behind the plate. His crew with Larry Vanover at first, Brian Gorman at second, and Dan Bellino is at third. The men in black tonight. Had a good strike zone tonight, Randazzo, and there are his colleagues. High fly center field, should be an easy chance. They're working tonight, but they were working today. A great cause, UMS Care Charities, and the crew today, Gorman, Vanover, Bellino, working as part of this group, gathered at the Phoenix Children's Hospital as part of UMS Care, a charity and nonprofit organization founded by umpires to enrich the lives of at-risk youth and children. This was the 63rd hospital visit dating back to 2006. Guys, well done. I mean, congratulations. Keep up the good work. Anything any of us can do by passing along the good news. Tony Randazzo, Larry Vanover, Brian Gorman, Dan Bellino.
And they are very dedicated to UMS Care.
The 1-0. Pitches outside. For more information, I want to remind you, visit. It's an easy one to remember. UMSCare.com.
Yeah, they have a golf tournament out here every off season. I'm always fortunate enough to get the invite. It's a good time, Darren. You should join me. It's big.
I will be there next year. Thank you for telling me about it. I will be there. Hearing about this today, we couldn't wait to get the word out and get it in there. Taking care of kids in need.
Nice going, ladies. Nice grab.
Line drive. He's on it again. Aaron Hill racing around first and into second. Hill with the double. He's got 2 more hits tonight. He is 2 of 3, and he is 9 of his last 15.
He's starting to really lock in now. Sean Burroughs has grabbed a bat, and he's on deck. Gerardo Parra is in the batter's box as we speak. I would imagine this might be a decoy by Kirk Gibson. It's going to force now Jim Tracy to make a decision on Gerardo Parra. Do I pitch to him, or do I pitch around him? If that's the case, if Sean Burroughs is indeed the hitter, that means Coleman is done. And he's only thrown just over 80 pitches. But now that Jim Tracy now has just forced Kirk Gibson's hand, and it looks like he's going to remove Josh Coleman from this ball game. He's going to try to get the big base hit and get the add-on run.
So the next question is the bullpen. Joe Patterson looks like left-hander, starting to throw down there. An intentional walk, so Josh Coleman, job well done tonight. 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs earned. No walks tonight for the Michigan-born right-hander. 3 strikeouts, 85 pitches.
Meeting on the mound now. Pitching coach Bob Abadaka going to come out and talk about the game plan against Sean Burroughs, but a job well done again by Josh Coleman. So Gibby rolling the dice here. Josh was rolling. Brian Shaw along with Joe Patterson out there now.
It's a test, but it looks like an open book test that both these managers are taking. They've got their notes and their matchups and they're studying. The funny thing about taking an exam, though, open book or not, there's a definitive right answer. In this one, you have to wait to find out. Starting pitching again, the story of the day for the Diamondbacks, as they try to make it 9 wins in a row. Burroughs breaks his bat off the glove and into center field. Sean Burroughs gets it done. Kirk Gibson made the right decision for his club again.
Yeah. Kirk Gibson knows. He knows he took a big chance there. He removed his starter that was on a roll. Sean Burroughs didn't hit it hard, but boy, did he hit it in the right spot. He breaks his bat on a first pitch fastball. And he just gets it out of the reach of Mark Ellis, who gave it everything he had, but he can't get to it. Aaron Hill, who had doubled, scores, and now the Diamondbacks looking to have an even bigger inning. Boy, Sean Burroughs, another big hit.
Chops that one to the right side. Willie Bloomquist for Sean Burroughs. In his last 9 games, he is 8 of his last 21. So some of those are starts, some of those are pinch hits, but more consistent production. Well, the homer's nice, and it was a fun talking point. This is what he's there to do.
He got a start the other night, got a couple of base hits, scored a run. Oh, that Kirk Gibson.
The 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2 the count. Coleman had to give way. And they're talking about his outing. We told you earlier, starters during this streak have a .83 ERA. That ERA will actually go up with Coleman's outing. But still silly. I mean, it's silly how well the starters have done.
Exactly.
Nine good starts.
Nobody
in a
has
row.
given up more than 2 runs in this 8-game winning streak, and now this is the 9th game that a starter has given up two runs or less.
A big add-on run. 4-2 the score. Runners on first and third. What about Hill's 2-out double?
Boy, he is mashing the baseball right now. He just took a fastball, ripped it into left field, continue his roll, and then just scores easily on that base hit.
I mean, one man put everything in motion.
Absolutely. He's been stellar on defense tonight, saving runs with his glove as well.
Swing and a miss. Kirk Gibson, a bold choice, a hot starting pitcher. He said, you know what, sit by me, we're going Sean Burroughs. He made his manager look good. The manager, by the way, that has stuck by him the entire season. Diamondbacks baseball brought to you by Southwest Airlines' new Rapid Rewards, unlimited rewards seats with no blackout dates. Your Valley Lexus dealer who invites you to test drive a luxurious Lexus automobile today. For more information, visit Lexus.com. CenturyLink. Quest, they're now CenturyLink. Visit CenturyLink.com to learn more. A big add-on run in the bottom half of the 6th inning for Kirk Gibson and the Diamondbacks. Looks awfully good. Now they hand it to the bullpen as the starting rotation has been so good during this now 9-game run. They hope to turn it into a win. Joe Patterson starts an inning. Not used to doing so. Look at all the runners he has inherited.
Yeah, this is not like him to have to come in with the bases empty. Oh, what a pitch.
Off speed, out front, off balance throw, but Willie Bloomquist turned it into an out, and Todd Helton is 0 for 3 tonight.
The big sweeping breaking ball right out of the right field foul pole comes Joe Patterson. And just a very defensive swing from Todd Helton. That's what you want. And now Seth Smith, another left-handed hitter, going to take his chances. And this is the point where you just start counting outs now. Your starter's done his job. He was removed. Now, Joe Patterson's job is to get a couple left-handers out, and he gets one of them out.
Seth Smith with a base hit into right center field. You were talking about the starter doing his job. They've all done their job. Night after night after night, now 9 straight days. These starters have an ERA of 1. Literally an ERA of 1, and they haven't walked anyone. So the starting rotation has been fabulous, and now the bullpen, who's been good too, has to keep on keeping on Kirk Gibson. Said, I had you out here to get one guy, and then another one. You got the first, you couldn't get the second. Call to the bullpen has been made. Charles Nagy's core ready to go to work. We'll step aside.
At 6:30 on Fox Sports Arizona, college football is back during the ASU UC Davis football game. Log on to foxsportsarizona.com and join in the live web chat with me, Brian Ollie, and Chuck Powell from the Fan AM 1060's Chuck and Vince Live. Guys will be chatting it up during the game. Football is back, and looking forward to it.
Should be a lot of fun. Join those guys tomorrow night. Meantime, Brian Shaw goes to work for the 24th time this year. Gifted right arm, can get out of the zone on occasion, but when he's in it, he's tough with a running, hard cut fastball. That's what he shows. Actually, that's a slow breaking ball. 1-0 the count to Eliezer Alfonso.
Sometimes it takes a little time for Brian Shaw to find the command of that cut fastball. It moves so much. It just takes a few pitches to find the release point. That was a nice one there at the knees for strike one.
Tired of waiting, he calls time with that hand outstretched behind it. When he's right, he's a ground ball pitcher, as was evident by the first couple of pitches down. Pretty dramatic ground ball pitcher.
Boy, this kid takes a big rip at it, doesn't he? Alfonso.
He's trying to knock one out of here. Smith is at first. Alfonso awaits a chance to take another mighty rip. Boy, just ran that one in. He started to do that more lately, Shaw, and what that is when it's soft curveball away, cut fastball away, he started to bury fastballs in more. It used to be, especially early on, and it was still effective. Everything was hard away, but boy, you throw a two-seamer, run it in.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Got to keep that right-handed hitter honest in there. There's the slow slider afterwards. Well, that was just a carve him up job there by Brian Shaw.
The pitch in, by the way, set this pitch up.
Absolutely right. After all those 90-plus mile-an-hour cutters and fastballs in, there's that slow slider, and you can see just how badly Alfonso misses that one.
4-2 the score, top half of the seventh inning. Runner remains at first. And here is the switch hitter, Herrera, batting from the left side. Ouch.
Oh, my goodness. And that one got the back foot, the back leg of Herrera. That's when that pitch is, when you're hitting your back leg, that's when that ball is by you.
Oh, and 1 the count. Line drive, base hit, left field. Well, that was nice.
Tried to go away with the cutter that time. I think he did Herrera a favor there. Yeah, you can see Miguel wanted that pitch inside. He just missed his spot. Jason Giambi now.
Yeah, Jim Tracy going for it here, folks. Figures I'll spend this chip now. I know I've got David Hernandez and J.J. Putz to deal with. I'm going for it now.
Yeah, this might be where he feels like I've got to use my big guy now. If I'm going to win this game, I'd like to win it right now in the 7th inning.
This has been fun. These two skippers have been going at it tonight. Kirk Gibson opting to go with the pinch hitter, remove Colementor from the game. That's where the second part of Gibson's decision is in play right now.
Absolutely.
Because otherwise it would be Josh Colementor, I would imagine, still out there working.
Strike. No fear there from the rookie Brian Shaw at the former MVP Giambi.
Giambi, those are pretty good numbers. Most of the good numbers as a starter, though. Only 4 pinch hits and 1 pinch homer this year in 27 at bats. Bouncing ball off the glove of the pitcher. Ranging is Willie Bloomquist, and he makes the play for the out.
Joe Borowski getting set for our post-game show. Diamondbacks Live presented by CenturyLink. Miguel Montero and Sean Burrows with the run-scoring hits. But again, the story of the game, another great start by a Diamondback starter, Josh Colementor, going 6 innings, Joe.
Another solid outing from the right arm of Josh Colementor, but it was somebody else's arm that I think stole the show. I'll look back at those plays made behind Colementor to have the Diamondbacks in the lead.
They go hand in hand. Diamondbacks have it going on all cylinders. Let's see if they can make it 9 in a row, guys.
I certainly hope so. Look forward to talking baseball with you guys. We'll be out with you in a bit. Lights will be on, cameras will be hot. Talking about Diamondbacks fans hope another Diamondbacks victory. 4-2 is the score. Meantime, you folks have been great playing along tonight with some of the nicknames for Kirk Gibson in our weigh-in.
Have we got some good ones?
You know, just a few came across my desk here that I thought were pretty good. Fred Woods from Mesa for Kirk Gibson. Loves Honcha.
honcho.
Honcho.
Like the head honcho?
I guess so. Honcho, I like that one. There were about 10,000 of you that said Captain Kirk.
Need a little more originality, folks. Just a little more originality, that's all. I like it, though.
The pitch is low to Ryan Roberts. I've got a few more. I'll sprinkle them throughout this inning that I think you will think are a little bit more original than that. 1-0 the count to Ryan Roberts. That pitch sails outside. Josh Renicky gets the assignment. Pitched with the Toronto organization. Last time he saw action in the big leagues, Renicky. AAA this year, the right-hander in 38 appearances, 4.67 ERA.
Which is not bad in Colorado Springs.
Yeah, remind folks about Colorado Springs, please.
No, it's like playing with no gravity. The ball tends to fly at about 8,000 feet elevation.
It's almost like those college baseball games you used to play. It's a 3-1 is a strike against Wyoming.
Yes.
3-2 the count. Didn't you? San Diego State
Yes.
go to Wyoming?
Yeah, Wyoming has since their program is no longer. And when you're hitting it 9,000 feet elevation, I had power at Wyoming.
Ball four. Great at bat, Ryan Roberts.
Relive the magic of 2001 during World Championship Reunion Weekend, September 9th through the 11th, presented by Gila River Casinos. See throwback jerseys and fireworks on Friday, a team reunion and replica ring giveaway on Saturday, and a 9/11 tribute and t-shirt giveaway on Sunday. Visit dbacks.com/reunion.
So Justin Upton, Junior Spivey is here.
Well, he just doesn't age.
No, he really doesn't.
He is Ponce de Leon. He found the fountain of youth.
Well done by you.
Thank you.
Upton takes a low strike just below the knees. 0-1 the count. 4-2 is the score. I mean, we can show you Junior Spivey. We can trot Gonzo out here night after night and have him talking about it. You've been talking about it, but Midre Cummings will be there, and Troy Brohan. Eric Sable and Mike Moeller will be there.
It's going to be great to see all those guys.
Jason Conti will be there. And Ken Huckabee. High pop. To the left side.
See those guys.
And others. I mean, I mentioned those guys and then others. There will be some others. Big unit's coming, huh? There he is.
He's in.
Really?
Attaboy, Randy. And we're going to be able to sing happy birthday.
No,
to
we
the big
won't.
Unit.
No, we only speak happy birthday on the air. We don't want the lawyers
Well, no,
calling.
it won't be on the air.
Okay, good.
It'll be out at reunion weekend.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that you didn't get us in trouble with Los Angeles again.
No, we've already been yelled at enough about that.
Daily. Here's Miguel Montero. Line drive, right center field. Let's watch it roll. It's cut off by Fowler. Matt Williams says, we're going to try it. Here we go. The relay to the plate. The tag, the slide, out at the plate.
That's one I bet Matt Williams would want back. Ryan Roberts was flying on that double by Miguel Montero, but with one out, Matt Williams probably wants that back. Perfect relay by the Colorado Rockies. A strike to the plate from Mark Ellison. The effort. Oh, boy, that's a good call there. A good call. Matt's wheeling him. I mean, Ryan Roberts does everything he possibly can. But that's a good call there by Tony Randazzo.
A couple of good throws to get it done. This time is called by Paul Goldschmidt. 2 outs. 8-4-2, by the way, to go along with the double. Now you got him.
Yeah, he's out.
Right on it, making the call behind home plate, Tony Randazzo. Matty's saying, let's go for it. Make him make two really good throws. They did. Goldschmidt outside. He's trying to grab some oxygen.
Yeah, he's trying to grab some oxygen. Well, he cares, doesn't he? He cares. Like right now, he's so upset that he wasn't safe. And it's because he feels like he let the team down. You didn't let the team down. You did exactly what you were told to do, and you were out. You just got clipped. That's all. A good relay got you. But he cares, and I like that. About time for a Paul Goldschmidt homer, isn't it?
Well, it feels like it. He stepped out a couple of times. Very deliberate, the man on the mound. He takes outside, 2-1 the count.
Yep. I'm calling it. Don't go to the refrigerator, folks.
I don't think you should anyway when he hits.
Don't go to the latrine or anything like that. Just stick around and watch. You're going to see a homer. Probably a really far one.
2-1 the count. Pitches outside. 3-1 the count. Chris Young waits on deck. In just a moment, he'll be stepping up to the plate and high-fiving Paul.
Well, he should, because the homer's probably coming on this pitch.
Oh, probably.
Well, it might come on a 3-2 pitch.
Okay. Runner at second to 3-1. Swing and a miss.
It's going to come on a 3-2 pitch. That's all.
3-2 the count.
Just think along. Think along with me, Darren. I've been around a little while.
Well, I try not to.
That's very, very well said on your part.
3-2 the count.
All
Here we
right,
go.
here it is. Touch them all.
Runner at second. Full count. Away we go. Fouls it off. So we'll do it again. He'd love another shot at that one.
After all this hype, if he actually does do it, I might say the name Goldschmidt, and it might take me 25 seconds to say it.
People enjoy that nationwide, coast to coast, like they're enjoying this young man and this team, these Diamondbacks. 3-2, 2 outs. High fly right field.
That's too high.
That one is
But
put
a good
away.
try, Paul. Good try.
He will do it soon. You know that. Ryan Roberts still trying to shake that off. He wears it. And the news is good so far if you're a Diamondbacks fan. David Hernandez, the right-hander. Sacramento born and raised, 26 years old. And David has been a busy man. 64 times now he has heeded the call of his manager. An ERA of 2.76. Fastball, first pitch, Fowler. Parra heading toward the line. Right on the line, makes the play for the out. Boy, you love that coming out of the bullpen when you're an off-cues reliever. One pitch, one out.
Just a fastball in the middle of the plate, challenging Dexter Fowler. Fowler hit a home run off of David Hernandez last night, and he just came right back at him with a fastball in the middle of the plate and beat him.
Here's Mark Ellis. Fastball up and away. That was the run allowed last night by David, his first allowed since back on August the 12th. Fastball right in there. Hernandez took a line drive a couple of days back from the San Diego Padres off the ankle. Cost him really just one day, and he could have pitched. His manager said you're not going to. Curveball never got there. 2-1 the count in David's last 24 assignments. 21 and a third innings, make it 2/3. 3 runs. It's a 1.25 ERA. Fastball outside.
Oh boy, you hate to put a free pass on in front of Carlos Gonzalez. You got to make Mark Ellis earn his way on here, which means you pretty much have to go right down the middle with a fastball here and take your chances.
That's ball 4. It's called below the knees by the home plate umpire Randazzo.
And remember, Jim Tracy's got Troy Tulowitzki over there, just in case he wants to make this thing a little more interesting.
The word cargo hollered out of the Rockies dugout in support of Carlos Gonzalez from his teammates tonight. Fly to left, walked, hit by a pitch. Here's Troy Tulowitzki. A changeup, doesn't throw many. It was high, but a strike.
Pretty generous extended outside corner there for Mr. Hernandez. He'll take it. 0-1. Trying to come in. He got it there. Strike 2.
Boy, just enough tail on that ball to grab the inside corner.
And I think Carlos is wanting to let Tony Randazzo know if that pitch that far outside's a strike, that one that far inside shouldn't be.
2 back-to-back pitchers pitches for a man who owns the Diamondbacks offensively in his brief career at this point. Couple of years in, good years. He didn't chase. So in his career against Arizona, he's got 12 home runs and 141 at-bats. Far and away more than any other team that he has faced. Got him into the dirt with a breaking ball. Gonzalez is done.
Can't draw it up any much better than David Hernandez just did. It starts with a very generous outside corner, as you can see. Now the fastball in, bang, gets it. Another fastball in, but he didn't swing. Now you have him sped up, and once that pitch starts in and he sees it in, he knows I have to be quick. Ends up being a breaking ball, and he missed it by a lot. That's just big-time pitching right there by David Hernandez.
On the black twice, and then a breaking ball in the dirt. Frozen, Kuzmanov, strike 1. Kevin's 0 for 3. He has struck out looking. Popped up to first. Lined to third. Longtime San Diego Padre. Played with the A's earlier this year. Into the dirt. Nice job, Montero. Four hits already in this series for Kuzmanov. Just settling in tonight. Arizona trying to make it 9 wins in a row. Curveball. It hit him. Just tried to rush it up there, overthrow it. When you do that, the arm doesn't catch up. It stayed high.
Now the mistake here by David Hernandez is he's put 2 runners on base. Neither of them got a base hit. A walk and a hit by pitch puts the tying run on first base, and a guy that's driven in over 1,300 runs in his stellar major league career now stands in there in Todd Helton. Yikes.
Fastball, couldn't do what he wanted to with it. Let's see if there's room. Roberts about 5 rows back. Because of that curveball, when he commands it properly, and you saw what he did to Carlos Gonzalez earlier, Hernandez really has handled left-handed hitting this year. They actually have a lower batting average, both below 200 though, than right-handed hitters. Curveball's the equalizer and all of that. The 0-1. 1-1 the count. Sails it up and away to Helton.
Gas. Foul tip. That one took a bite out of Miguel Montero's glove hand. All right. You try to throw that breaking ball here, Darren, that you got Carlos Gonzalez with, or you stay with the hard stuff here with Todd Helton.
Let's watch together. Guess along with us. The 1-2. He threw him a fastball. Helton, a tough hombre to strike out. David has struck out the best of them, though. He can back foot that curveball and get a swing and a miss. All right, boys, what do you think? You guys ready? Like a mini-me group with David Hernandez. The 1-2. High. 2-2 the count. It's a great t-shirt with that bucket of balls. Grace, you need to get me one of those.
I would like to. I think I'll do that.
And no going to 3-2, by the way. Get your decision now. The 2-2. Spoils it, going down the third base, left field line, and that's a foul ball. Oh, boy.
Well, he went with the breaking ball. He went with the breaking ball. Helton was fooled, but he kept his hands back and swatted it foul.
That was a great shot a moment ago, and Miguel speaks pretty quickly, can't always read his lips. As he got to the mound, the first words out of his mouth, what do you want to do here?
Yeah. Come on out and find out. And then you just say, all right, you tell me what you want to throw, and no matter what I put down, you just throw me that.
What do you want to do here?
No matter what my sequence is, you just throw me your fastball, or you just throw me your breaking ball, whatever. Give it to me.
The 2-2. High fly ball. That's an easy chance for Young. David did it. Have to keep them at bay. So you look ahead to the upcoming series. Joe Saunders, Matt Cain, Ian Kennedy, Tim Lincecum, Daniel Hudson, Ryan Vogelsong. Friday and Sunday on Fox Sports Arizona. Make plans Saturday night to join the telecast on the MLB Network. College football dominates the airwaves on Fox Sports Arizona. Fox Sports Arizona, MLB Network, and then back with us on Sunday. Ought to be a good one. They were hoping, Diamondbacks fans, to get that good news from the Cubs. You can't get it every day from the Cubs.
You can't expect the Astros and the Cubs to go into San Francisco and just go in and sweep them. No.
Could have a lot of believers.
Doggone right.
We have had many stages from figuring out who this team is to seeing them grow to seeing them become legitimate again. Drops down a bunt. They're working on that today. Firing, and a nice play made by Houston Street, who takes the assignment.
Yeah, it's nice to get more and more believers these days.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's in situations like this, Darren, and just hear me out on this and add and subtract anything you care. But oh yeah, you know, now the fans that come out, they're just bandwagon fans. All right, so what? Come on out. You want to get on the bandwagon? Darren, I'll give you a boost.
Totally agree. Aaron Hill grounds that one out. Fans are fans. You can put whatever label, whether you're
come on out.
from the United States, whether you're from Canada, no
there
matter
you
where
go.
you're
Look
from.
At those beautiful ladies from the Great White North. Welcome.
So folks are welcome. Yeah, there's no label on a fan. May I give you like one or two more of those nicknames that fans have submitted for Kirk Gibson?
Sure.
Well, Jeff West from Tempe, Arizona, nicknamed Kirk Gibson the Grumbling Guru.
Okay. What do you mean the Grumbling Guru?
You're gonna, it's to quote Gibby, you'll have to ask him about it. You have to ask Jeff about it. I'm just interpreting what he says.
I'll just have to deal with it, right?
I've got one more for you. Hopefully Arizona will extend this inning. Here's Gerardo Parra.
The Grumbling Guru. I don't mind that.
There were about 5,000 for the Snake Charmer. And then Dick Waters, I believe it's Waters or Walters in Peoria. He says, it deserves a dramatic pause. The 0-1. Line drive. We'll share it in a minute. Parra's on the move.
Again.
Into the corner it goes. Watch the kick. He's taking three. It took an ugly kick. Here he goes to third. The relay. They throw it away. Parra's coming home. The throw to the plate. And he's out at the plate. Tried to turn it into a Little League homer. Now he and Street exchange works. And right over the rail, here comes Ryan Roberts. Here comes Ryan Roberts right out of there. Matt Williams comes on over. Houston Street had something to say to Gerardo Parra.
Yeah, Ryan Roberts, Colin Cowgill saying, hey, there ain't any bars between us. Come on. All right. Boys will be boys. This is big league.
Closer's coming on, J.J. Puts. last end here. The folks are getting ready to go back to work, and when you do that, you go to your closer if you're Kirk Gibson in a save situation. J.J. Puts on, looking for his 35th save of the year. He has kept the bases very clean. You can see that opponent's batting average is low. The opponent's offensive numbers very low, righties and lefties. And Seth Smith will lead it off. Fastball, strike one from the veteran right-hander. The Diamondbacks trying to make it 9 wins in a row. The last time they did that was June 2003. Too much fastball for him. 0-2 the count. Back then, June 18th through the 30th, they won 12 in a row, a franchise record. 9 would tie for the second longest. They won 9 in 2000 and 01, twice teams you were on.
J.J. Puts jumps ahead with a couple of well-placed fastballs to jump ahead 0-2. Let's see if he goes with the split. He's had a devastating split of late.
Fastball. He was looking for the split-fingered fastball. There's Ryan Roberts still bouncing around out there. 1 out.
Yeah, Ryan Roberts ain't going to back down from nothing. Just an elevated fastball, and like you said, Smith probably had the split finger on his mind. He was tardy and quickly won away here in the 9th inning.
Montero and Eliezer Alfonso chatting about the recent situation. So far, it's a friendly chat. So far. These two teams will play again next week, by the way. We'll have them for you. All 3 of them from Denver.
Promises to be a good one.
Fastball in from Puts. Oh, and 1. Outside.
Oh, folks, take the Diamondbacks wherever you go this season. Subscribe to MLB.tv today to see every Diamondbacks game on demand on your computer. Visit dbacks.com for details. MLB.tv. That's baseball everywhere.
Swing and a miss at a split-fingered fastball. Looking to continue to sweep and sweep, make it 9 wins in a row, looking to make it 12 in a row at home. Wrapped around a 3-city road trip. They've been good at home of late. Swing and a miss. That's strike 3. That was the split-fingered fastball. Eliezer Alfonso is done. 2 outs.
He has had as good a split on this homestand as I've seen him have all year long, folks. A lunging swing from Alfonso and the Diamondbacks. An out away from an undefeated homestand.
Right down the middle, strike 1.
Very important that you retire Herrera because Troy Tulowitzki has grabbed a bat and he is on deck. Diamondback fans have certainly appreciated what they've seen in this homestand. They've certainly appreciated what they've seen this entire season. And now they're letting these guys know just how happy they are with them.
The 0-2. Into the dirt. He wouldn't bite on the split finger fastball. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. looking to win 9 in a row for the first time in 8 years. JJ wheels and deals, split finger fastball into right center field. It goes. Can Young cut it off? He does. Stops and keeps him at a single. Fine play by Chris Young, although it's not that run that means a whole bunch, but still, you got a chance now to force out if there's a ball in a hole.
And Troy Tulowitzki going to get an opportunity representing the tying run.
He has had a huge second half. He is in the MVP discussion for the type of season he is having. It was just an off night for him tonight. The Diamondbacks have handled him this year, though.
These are the matchups you pay to see. Great on great.
Strike at the belt over the outside corner. Swing and a miss. 94, 0-2 to the man hitting 360 in the month of August. Got it. The Diamondbacks have won 9 in a row for the first time in 8 years. And it is a franchise record, 12 consecutive victories here at their house in Chase Field.
Fabulous split. All it took was 3 pitches to dispose of Troy Tulowitzki. And the big fella's fired up, folks. He ought to be. That's an undefeated homestand. And that's a 6-game lead still in the National League West. You ready to go on the road, Darren Sutton?
I think we're all ready. You folks are going to come with us to San Francisco. APS Energy All-Star Miguel Montero, 3-run homer, but you vote for all of them. They all deserve it down there. These Diamondbacks have played team ball at an impeccable rate. A 6-game lead over the San Francisco Giants. There's a big old bowl of fried okra with your dinner. Let's get it on out to the post-game show. They've got a lot to talk about. Let them take over. We've had all the fun. Let's share it. Jody and Joe, we look forward to your thoughts. The post-game show brought to you by CenturyLink after this commercial break.